Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin Ashrafil Mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. So we are going to continue today with the fourth characteristic of an isim. Yeah, the fourth characteristic of an isim. So what have we done? We've done words, the different types of words. Yeah, we do this. We're going to see this slide quite a number more times. We saw the first characteristic, which was ma'rifah and nakira. Yes, definite, indefinite. We saw what were the signs of ma'rifah and what were the signs of nakira. Then we went on to look at gender, masculine and feminine. Yeah, how do we recognize a masculine word? How do we recognize a feminine word? So basically, everything is the default is masculine. So if you can recognize what are feminine, everything else which is not feminine is masculine. Yeah. Then we had numbers. We went on to talk about wahid, which is a singular, one, tasniyah, which is dual, and then jam'un, which is of course your plural. And then we said there were many types of plural. The sound are plural, and this one we also have it in terms of masculine and feminine, and of course the broken plural, which doesn't have any particular set pattern. Yeah, but people do still try to categorize the patterns. Yeah, we also saw something called the lesser plural and the super plural. Yeah, so here muzakkar, muannas, and makassar. Okay, so we're going to go and visit the fourth characteristic today. And we saw this slide before. Okay, so where is this fourth characteristic? We're not looking at the fi'il, we're not looking at halves, we're just looking at the isims. So this fourth characteristic comes under this part, the tanween, yeah, the an, and in sound that you will normally see in the Quran. We still haven't finished al yet, and I thought I will do it as we go along, yeah, because there are different categories of proper. Yeah, there are different categories of proper. The first one that we saw was al with alif lam, yes, which is what we call lamu ta'lil, ta'rif, sorry, lamu ta'rif, which is the ma'rifah lam, yeah. But there are other forms of proper as well, yeah, and we will see it today, inshallah. So now, what is i'rabun? I'rabun, okay, for an isim, okay, everything revolves around isims. We're not talking about fi'ils or harfs at the moment. We're just concentrating on isims. So let your mind be focused on isims. Think isim, okay? Think isim. So what are the different states or i'rab, yeah, that we can find? Now, i'rab in terms of noun is just the ending of the word, okay? Just the ending of the word. So we have something we call marfu'un. Marfu'un. And the root letters here is ra, fa, and ain. Yeah? Marfu'un. Mansubun. The root letters here is nun, sad, and ba. And of course, majrurun. And this is jim, ra, and ra. Yes, this is what we call a repeat root letter. Yeah. So what are the signs? Yeah. What are the signs? We have something called dhammatun, which we saw, this little tadpole here. And we have something dhammatani. We've learned about dual. Yes, we learned about dual. We said in order to make an isim word into a dual, what we do is we replace the dhammatain, this double tadpole, with a fatha, add an alif and a noon with a kasra. Yeah, so dhammatani is dual of this thing. Yeah, the dhamma. Then we have mansubun, which is fatha up here, and fathatani. Yeah, fathatani with a double dash here. And majrurun, we go down. Yeah, kasra, and this is kasra tani. Okay, alhamdulillah. We are looking at singular sounds. Now, for tonight, we're just looking at singular sounds. We're not looking at dual. We're not looking at plural. Yeah, we're not looking at that yet.
Sorry, sister, are you recording? I forgot.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Yes. So, I want to keep it simple because marfu'un, mansubun, and majrurun might be a bit heavy, for some, but maybe for most of you, it should be second nature already. Yeah, marfu, mansub, and majrur. But we'll try to go down the simple road. Yeah. So I have marfu, mansub, and majrur. Yes, and u and un, when it was what we call light. Remember, we talked about the heavy one being the one with the n sound, with the tanween, yes. But we also have the light version, yeah, here and here. Now, in terms of what it means, it does not change. Just because this is light, u instead of un, and this is a instead of an, I instead of in, the meaning doesn't change. The meaning of the word does not change because it's your ending. Yeah. But the lightness does signify something. There's a reason why it becomes light. But we're not going to discuss that at this moment in time. Yeah. As we come across the different cases, I will point it out to you. Then, just like the cases of proper, we'll do a summary. When we've finished everything, we'll do a summary, and then you will see, okay, this is all my categories of words that are proper. These are all the categories of words that are light. Yeah, so we'll do this as we go along, inshallah. Okay, I want to stress again that we're looking at the ending of the word. Yeah, un, un. An, endings. In, all endings. Yeah, un, an, in. We are not looking at the beginning of the words. So we're not saying it's ja, ji, ju. We're not saying this is mansub, this is majrur, this is marfu. No. We're looking at the endings. Yeah. So we have ja, jin, ju, ja, jin, ju. But the meaning does not change unless you change the beginning of the word, the front part of the word. I'm not talking just the first letter, but the front part of the word. But in this case, I have three different words. Yes, one is Jannah, which we know, Jinnah, which we might not know, and Junnah. Okay, so the meaning is the same: a garden, insanity, a shield. It doesn't matter, an, or in. Yeah, it's still a garden, insanity, and a shield. Okay, so these endings decide how this particular word functions in the sentence. What is this word actually? You must remember there was no harakah to begin with. Okay, there is no harakah to begin with. When with the Arabs, they don't need harakah. They know how to pronounce the words. The harakah came later when we, the foreigners, started to learn Arabic. Yeah, so that's why we have this. Now we have to find out. They've done this nicely. They've written it down nicely. Yeah, but it was all based on sound, so that they knew, okay, this word is what in this sentence. This word is what in this sentence. Yeah, it's all based on sound. Because it is actually a function of the sentence, the sounds, the different sounds, we need to look at sentences. Okay, I need to introduce you to sentences. And we have a little interlude here because we still haven't left isms. Okay, we still haven't left isms, but we need to talk about sentence. So I have something what I call ending sounds and sentence slots. Why I say it's ending sounds? Because talking about un, an, in, u, a, i. Yeah, just sounds at the end. So what has this got to do with sentence slots? Okay, now this is my little arrow that says marfu. Okay, this is my little arrow that says mansub, and my little arrow that says majrur. Okay, so there are different types of words that will always have a marfu, what we call status. Okay, a marfu status. Okay, what are these words? Now, the words that I'm going to list down is all in English, but you're going to learn it in Arabic. Okay, but this is going to be probably the first and last time that I will list it in English. Okay, or maybe occasionally for translation, but this is just basically the only slide I'm going to have English terms for the words that we're going to learn. Yeah. So the subject, the doer, the done to, and the predicate. And then something called the follower. And this is in red. Yeah. So subject obviously is the thing that we're talking about in the sentence. Yeah. And doer is more in a sentence that involves action. Okay, because this might be a statement. Yeah, like the sky is blue. Right? That's just a statement. But a sentence that involves an action is maybe he drove the car. So that's an action there. Yeah. And then something called done to. This is actually the difference between an active sentence and a passive sentence. Okay, so what do I mean by an active sentence? I mean a sentence that, you do something to someone or you do something to something. Okay, so like I closed the door. Okay, I'm the doer and I'm closing what? I'm closing the door. So the door is the done to. In a passive sentence, I would just say the door is closing, but you don't know who's doing it, right? The door is closing. So that's the difference between the doer and done to, yeah, in a nutshell. Then we have something called the predicate. Now, predicate is actually the story that you tell about the subject. Like I said, the sky is the subject, and you're saying to everyone it's blue. Okay, so that is a bit about the predicate. Now, all these things here will be in marfu status in a sentence in Arabic. Yeah, in marfu status, the one with the dhamma, yeah, with a little tadpole up there. Okay, then we have this thing called the follower. Okay, we worry about the follower later. Okay, we don't worry about it now. Then we have the biggest family here. Yeah, which is of course the mansubats. Yeah, we call them. Mansub is your singular, mansubat is your plural. So now we're talking about the object. The object, which would have been the door that I closed. Okay, so it could be the door that I closed, someone whom I saw, or something that I did. What did I do? I closed the door. Where did I close the door? At the front of the house. When did I close the door? In the morning or at night before I go to sleep. Yeah. Why did I close the door? Because I didn't want anyone to come in. With whom did I close the door? I didn't close it with anyone. Yeah, just me. And how intense? Did I close the door bang, or did I just close it gently? Yeah, these are the things that comes under the word object. Okay, then we have other things which will come on later, much later. Things that I call state. Yeah, the condition in which you do something, or the condition of something. Yeah, basically, maybe I close the door hard, something like that, right? So this one sometimes there is an exchange here, yeah. But this is later when we do things more in a more advanced way. There is something called clarification. Okay, like if somebody came to you, I bought it, I bought 6 of it, and you're going like, it? What's it? So the clarification, maybe, oh yeah, I bought 6 pairs of shoes. Yeah, so pairs of shoes is that clarification. You bought 6 of what? Yeah, so that is clarification. There's a name for this in Arabic. Yeah, like all the rest. And there's something called exclusion. The thing that you're excluding from a group of things, that is also mansub in status. Yeah, mansub in status. Then we have the vocative. The vocative is what you is the person that you call. Yeah, the vocative is the person that you call. Like, hey, Ralin, something like that. Hey, Sister Ralin. Yeah, so Sister Ralin is the person that you call, and she would be mansub in status or fi mahali nasab in status. Yeah, there are two cases of the one being called. Either you are pure mansub or you are in the place of nasab. Yeah, these are just terminology to differentiate between two things which you will learn later on. Yeah. Then of course we still have our follower. Okay, our followers seem to be following us from here to there. Okay, so we don't know what followers are yet. Then the smallest group is the jars. Yeah, the majroor words are the smallest group in terms of classification. But they are not the smallest group in terms of quantity in the Quran. Okay, they are on every page of the Quran. Yeah. So the owner in a possessive phrase. Oh, okay, we'll see this later. What's this owner in a possessive phrase? And the word after half of jar. Half of jar is basically your preposition. Yeah. You have two types of prepositions. One that is in the form of a half or a huruf, and there's one in the form of an isim. Yeah, and there's a name for that preposition that is an isim as well. Yeah, we'll learn that later on. And of course we have our follower. Yeah, so follower, follower, follower. Okay, we'll learn this later on. Okay, what's the difference between a sentence and a phrase? I think all of you know this. Yeah, all of you know this. Definitely you all know this. So a sentence is when you bring together words and they give a complete meaning. You are with, oh no, you're not, in no doubt at all what it means, yeah, in a way. And of course, phrases when it's just hanging, I'm not sure what it's doing there. It's just a phrase. It doesn't give you a complete meaning. So we have examples of this, yeah. Sentences, my name is Ali. You know that. Okay, his name is Ali. She swept the floor yesterday. Yeah, you know this. And you know that Daud and Ahmad went to school. Complete story. Then the lion roared loudly. Why he roared, we don't know, but still we know that he roared loudly. Yeah. Then we know that Fatima is a hard-working student. Okay, this is a complete sentence. She bought 20 eggs. That clarifier again. And the baby, the doctor saved Amina's baby. Sorry, not the baby saved the doctor. The doctor saved Amina's baby. Whose baby? Amina's. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yes. The gate is opening. Yeah, my door again. Yeah. So these are all sentences, complete meaning. Then we have phrases, which of course are incomplete. You won't understand unless you have other things added to it. A small house, the pious man, those people, this book. What about this book? Daud and Ahmad. Yeah, you said that, but what about Daud and Ahmad? Yeah. Then learn. Then learn what? After what? You know. And then your grandfather Anwar, for example, a man's responsibility. All of these are hanging under the tree. What happened under the tree? Where did the herd of cows go? You know, you ask yourself because you don't know the complete story. Yeah, you don't know the complete story. So let's see a mixture of sentences and phrases. These are things that you will find as you read, when you read the Quran or anything Arabic for that matter. Okay. Now, I'm introducing this thing called ding. Okay. It's easy to remember. When you see the word ding, you should have a light bulb go on in your head somewhere. Yeah. And bling bling, it should remind you of the four characteristics of a noun and isim. Yeah. This is definite, indefinite. This is your number and number. Yeah. The singular, the dual, the plural. And this is gender. Feminine, masculine. Everything, every word that is an isim has gender in the Arabic language, yeah? Masculine or feminine. Then today, the Irab. Yeah, so that's where I get my ding from. So let's look at the first two words. Muhammadun Rasulun. Okay, Muhammadun Rasulun. Asila, can you help me out with ding here? Is this definite, indefinite? Is it un, an, in? Is it singular, plural? Is it masculine, feminine for Muhammad?
What is definite ma'rifa? What is
Yes, definite is
Okay.
marifa. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
See, we should do this in Arabic
No,
already.
because I don't know what's definite. Okay. So
Okay,
that's
marifa. No,
ma'rifa.
no, it's good. At least I know you know. Yes,
Both is ma'rifa.
both is marifa or just Muhammad?
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Why is it marifa?
Because of the tanwin.
Usually indefinite is because of the
Oh my
tanween.
God, I'm sorry. Because it's the name.
Yes, that's right. It's a name.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So what is the Irab for this one?
What does Irab means? Oh, okay. The one that we just learned.
Mhm.
Hold on. MR. That's
MR.
marfu.
Okay. Yeah, marfu. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
MR.
And then
Is it
N.
a number?
It's one.
One.
And gender is male. Because I
Okay.
know. It's an,
Yep. So there you go. You've got that right. Definite. It's rafa, singular and masculine. Good. Okay, Elaine, your turn. Rasulun. Rasulun.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
You've got this nailed, right?
no.
Oh, you forgot it right.
Okay, Rasul is messenger, so it's indefinite.
Indefinite, right?
Okay. All right. It's indefinite. Okay. And then it is because it ends with a Talmud, I'm going to say it's a masculine. It's not a
Oh,
Tamabuta.
okay, good. And
Um,
how many things,
okay.
how Rasuls are we talking about?
We're talking about one Rasul.
One Rasul.
Yeah. So it
Okay.
is singular,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
the
this one? Ing.
and the ing is it ends. It's the same thing. So it ends. It's the mr the more for marfu
Marfu. Yes,
marfu.
Alhamdulillah. Good. Yep. So we have indefinite, singular, and masculine. So now, question. Sister Ralin, is this a sentence or a phrase?
Sentence,
Why do you say it's a sentence?
because it has subject and the predicate.
Subject and
But
predicate. Yeah.
yes,
Yes, subject and predicate. What happens is, okay, everyone here, just to understand that when you have things like this, yeah, when it's similar in this category, ing, and it differs in this. Okay? It's the same for this, but only differs in this. One is indefinite, definite, yeah. Then it becomes a sentence because there is a change. Yeah, there is a change in the property of the words. And when there is a change, they say there is an invisible is here. They call it an invisible is. Yeah. And then we would say Muhammad is, because this is indefinite, a messenger. Yeah. Muhammad is a messenger. Okay. Uh, this will take a bit of practice. There are exceptions to this rule. Okay. I'm not going to say it's going to work all the time. But if you have ing the same, and it only differs here, common, proper, indefinite, definite, then highly likely this is going to be a what we call mubtada is habar sentence. Okay, mubtada is habar sentence, or subject is predicate. Yeah, subject is predicate. So now here, Muhammadun, we know that this is going to be the same. Yeah, it's the same word. Um, Sister Shima, what about as-sadiq? Now, how would you put this one for this one?
Sister, say again.
Can you
Yeah.
do the same thing for as-sadiqu? For yeah, in terms of this one, in terms of ding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sadiku is again, it's a definite.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then it is, say, it's Marifa,
Mm-hmm.
singular, and Sadiku Muzakkar.
And the status? Did you
It's
say it
marfu.
already? Marfu,
Yeah,
okay.
marfu. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yep. So that's correct. Yep. Now, remember we said whether it's light or heavy, it's the same thing. In terms of meaning, it's the same thing. It's light and heavy for different reasons. In this case, because there's alif lam. Okay, first case of light, when it has alif lam in front of it. Because we said alif lam and tanwin cannot go together. Because definite and indefinite cannot go together. Yeah, it's either definite or indefinite. It cannot be definite and indefinite at the same time. Yeah, because we said the sign of tanwin means indefinite. The sign of alif lam means definite. Yeah, so we said this was nakirah, this was ma'rifah. So it can't be that together. So that's why we made this light. This is why the Arabs made it light. Okay, so one reason of light is when you have this case of alif lam. Now, when there is this together, the same, yeah, the same, then what happens here? What do you think happens here? Sister, sorry, Sophia, can you make a guess? When this is identical to each other, right? Then what do you think this is?
I'm sorry, sister.
Okay, at the moment, the four characteristics of the word match. It's identical. The as-sadiqu and the Muhammadun is identical in terms of properties, in terms of characteristics. So what would that mean, do you think, logically speaking?
Did you mean why both
Why do you
are
think they
definite?
match? Mhm. Why not
Um,
why definite, but why do they all why is this this, I mean, this is definite, it is marfu, it's singular masculine. This is also definite marfu singular masculine. So if
oh,
this word is identical in terms of property with this word, what do you think, what's the connection between these two, do you think?
okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay,
I
never
don't know.
mind. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm just asking whether you can think of something. Okay. I have a guest speaker here. There's another participant. May I know who's there, please?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's me,
Yes.
Shiraz Sultan.
Oh, mashallah.
So
Okay.
it's Mawsuf and Sifa, sister. It's the Sifa for that. What?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So this is the sifa for this mausuf. Okay. What's the sifa? What's the mausuf? Elaine is going.
Sadiq is Sadiq is Sifa.
Yes, that's the sifa of Muhammad. Yeah,
Muhammad.
because we in terms of isms like this, we always go in order. What comes first will be what we are describing. We call that mausuf. Okay, the root letters for sifa is actually waw, sod, fa. Yeah, note that down somewhere. Waw, sod, fa. Yeah, so this is mausuf. This is sifa. There is a word in English we call adjective. Okay, adjective, which is basically a description of something. Okay, there is a slight difference between the mausuf and sifah that you see here and something that you use to describe someone in general. Okay, the adjective, the word adjective, the English word adjective. Now, to me, I see it this way. Okay, noun and adjective, I see it as something two-dimensional. Okay, two-dimensional, flat. Whereas I see mausuf and sifa as something that is three-dimensional. It's the whole thing. Okay, it's the whole thing. We're looking at all the possible properties of an isim, right? So it's the whole thing, the three-dimensional thing, a whole picture, and it's got depth in it. Yeah. So, grammatically, you know automatically when it matches in properties. This isim, this isim, this is the sifa to that. This is different from what we call wasfun. Wasfun. Oh wow, what's wasfun? Wasfun is just like adjective, a particular aspect of that person. A tall man. Tall is adjective. Yeah. But in order to be mausuf and sifa, it has to match other things. You know, the tall has to be masculine. Yeah, the tall has to be, what was it, nakira and things like that. Yeah, then only we will call it mausuf and sifa. And how do you say? When we talk about wasfun, yeah, just a two-dimensional adjective, we come across this in cases where we want to describe something like he is angry, an angry man. Yeah, sometimes it's not really mausuf sifa because it's more like the state that he is in. Yeah, so then we use wasfun. Wasfun is like is the masdar actually. Elaine, I'm sorry about these terms, but it's like the idea of anger. Yeah, the idea of anger. Yeah, so we're talking about anger itself, not an angry
Sister, I
man.
have a question.
Yes, dear.
I have a question. If it is wasfun, then how many characters do they match then? It's just all.
It'll just match in terms of uh, it's not like it's not a grammatical thing, Sister Shima. It's not a grammatical thing. It's more like the state of that person, that he's angry, yeah, or something like that, yeah. When I come across a sentence, yeah, that explains that, I will let you know. Okay. It doesn't have to be like I said with an isim here and then followed by another isim. Okay, it can be something else.
So it is called wasfun.
Like Ghadban is a wasfun. Wasfun. Wow, sad, fa, wasfun. Let me show you. Okay, here. I knew this one will come up. Yeah, so wasafa, yasifu is to describe. Wasfun is the masdar. Yeah, description, basically. Description. Now this is, you will come across this when we do something called partly flexible. Okay, we will come across this again in something called partly flexible, but this is something else. Okay, this is something else later, maybe not the next lesson, the lesson after that. Okay, we'll go through wasfun again, inshallah. Okay. Next sentence. For now, yes, Sister Shima, just for now. I will come back to you on that one. So now we have, remember we said when we have alif lam, the word is considered proper, yeah, proper or definite because we know it's the someone, yeah, the someone. The other case of proper is when it is huwa, something like this. What's huwa? It's a pronoun. And it's a pronoun that stands by itself. This is what we call an independent pronoun. For the ones who are more advanced, we would call this domirun munfasilun. Yeah, domirun munfasilun, meaning independent pronoun, stands by itself. And huwa is he. Yeah, remember I said the Arabs were more into the third person. Everything revolves around the third person, not the first person. Yeah, so huwa hasirun. Hasirun means to be tired. Yeah, hasirun is to be tired. This is from Surah Al-Mulk. Yeah, this is from Surah Al-Mulk. So in this case, I have something It has Yes, it is but I'm telling you, this is actually marfu. Yeah, this is actually marfu. Note down somewhere, independent pronouns are always marfu or rafa in status. Yeah, they're always marfu. And in this case, it's singular, it's one person, and it's masculine, and it's definite. Yeah, all pronouns are definite. Why do we say they are ma'rifah? Why do we say they're definite? Because they're representing someone we know. It's just a pronoun. It replaced a proper noun. Yeah, a pronoun replaces a proper noun, someone we know. Okay, so huwa hasirun. So this is the person who's looking for faults in the sky in Surah Al-Mulk, but he's not going to find any faults at all. So he'll get tired. Yeah. So this one here, again, like I said, this is actually rafa. So basically you can put un here as well if you want. Yeah. Or u. Yeah. Because it's rafa. And the three things match like this. Actually, the three things match. Yeah. So rafa, rafa. Only this rafa has a a sound to it. That's all. Okay. It doesn't have an un or u sound. It has a a sound because it's huwa. Yeah, but this is still rafa. Okay. This is something that we need to accept. Proper nouns that are independent are always rafa. But there is this difference. Just like that, this was a difference. So this is again a sentence, not a phrase. Okay. Sister Asila, you know that this means tired. How would you translate this?
He is tired.
Yeah, he is tired. Okay. Very simple. Alhamdulillah. So ayatunil ardul maitatu. Yeah, maitatu. You all know what ayah means. Yes, you know what ard means. And you know what, oh, did I get this right? Yes, yeah, maitatu. Yeah. So this one is indefinite because of tanwin. It is marfu'un. It's singular. The plural is, what is the plural for ayah? Sister Elaine?
Don't know.
Ayah.
Ayah. Oh, plural for ayah. Oh, it's a female word. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So if it's a female word, the plural is going to be. Wait, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I will take. I will have to. Masculine and feminine. Removing the ta, add alif and the ta. So there's a tun.
Yeah.
Ayatun.
Yes, excellent,
Ayat.
Sister Elaine.
Yeah.
I can hear your
Ayatun.
notes. I can hear your notes. Okay. So ayatun. Yeah, ayatun is the plural for this. So we have this, and then look at this word. Yeah, because of alif lam, we are light. Yeah, so it's u, but it's definite because of alif lam. It's singular, it's masculine. Yeah, and I thought I had it wrong somewhere. Yep. I think I did a mistake here. Now, how do we correct this mistake? But this is actually dead earth. Okay, this is actually dead earth. Okay, so I'm going to correct this later. The dead earth, because this is actually part of the word. Yeah, so it should be al-maitu. Yeah, al-maitu. So al-ardul al-maitu. So both of them match, just like these two match. Yeah, so this would be mausuf and sifah. Yeah, and in this case, it's also mausuf and sifah. Are you getting used to the word mausuf and sifah? No problem there. Sister Shafia, are you okay with that?
And can you go again for the Mausuf Sifa characteristics of the last one, sister?
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
This one is an error here. Yeah. So actually the dhamma should be on that ta, and there's no dhamma buta. Okay, there's no dhamma buta.
Mausuf is ayat.
So the mausuf is al-ardu, the sifa is al-maitu. Yeah, al-maitu. So that's where it's together.
And ayatun is the subject.
Yes, this is your subject or mubtada. Yeah, so ayat. So the translation would be, what do you think the translation would be, Sister Shima?
Ayatun sign. Ayat is a sign.
A sign
Ayat.
is
Sign is the
the-
earth.
but this is sifa. So you mentioned the sifa before the al. What is the sifa?
What is Maitu mean, sister?
Dead.
Oh,
The dead.
the dead earth.
Yeah. So a sign is,
A sign is the dead earth.
yeah, a sign is the dead. Yeah. So let's see whether we got
Oh,
all the translation correct. Oh, sorry. This one I just add the meaning here so that we can remember. Muhammad is a messenger. Yeah, correct. And Muhammad the truthful. This is a phrase, yeah, because it's Mausuf Sifa. And then this is another sentence. He is tired. And I added this because I wanted to show you that you can have a sentence with a phrase inside it. Yeah. So this is a sentence complete, but it has a phrase inside it. The dead earth. Okay. So if we just take the phrase, it will be just the dead earth and it will be hanging. There's no complete meaning. But once you put it inside as the predicate in this case, the sign is the dead earth, it's a complete sentence. Yeah.
sister, and here Ayatun is Nakira and Al-Ardul Maitu is Marifa.
Yes, because of the alif lam.
So what's the difference between the first one and the last one? Like
This one and this one?
the first one, Muhammadan Rasul and Ayatun, because there the Marifa is the first, then the Nakira comes later.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any significance like?
There is no significance. It's just that this would be this thing actually one of those cases where there is an argument, yeah, because usually we take the how do you say, the subject, okay, the subject or the mubtada, we say that it should be ma'rifah. In general, it should be ma'rifah. I chose this example to show you that sometimes it's not ma'rifah, like ayatun. This is nakira, but yet we can translate it as a sign is the dead earth. Yeah. So the haba has now become ma'rifah instead, and your mubtada is nakira. So we will have cases like that.
So, but it translates the same.
Yes, it's translated the same. A sign is the dead earth. So mubtada, habar. Mubtada,
Oh, okay.
habar. Yeah. So there will be cases, but in general, it's always like this. The way you differentiate, mubtada and habar and mausuf and sifah is because one is definite, one is indefinite, the other one is definite, the other one definite. Yeah. But in this case, in this case it's the same. It's also different, definite and indefinite. It's just that it's swapped around. Yeah, it's swapped around.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So we will have exceptions to that rule. Yeah, we will have. But generally, this is the main rule. Mubtada is ma'rifah. Habar is nakira. Predicate is ma'rifah. Subject is ma'rifah. Predicate is nakira. So here I've just highlighted the mausuf sifah. Yes, your adjective and noun. Yeah, but your three-dimensional adjective and noun. Okay, now we go on to the next one, which is the nasab people. Yeah, the nasab. So here, usually nasabs come in what we call a verbal sentence, something to do with action. Yeah. So here it's singular, it's feminine, it's indefinite because of the tanween. So this is, we will learn later, this is called maf'ul bihi. Yeah, maf'ul bihi. But that's a different story altogether. We just think of it as an object. Yeah. Ja'a al-bariha. Al-bariha. This is also fi'il. Yeah, with a built-in. Most of the fi'il. This is a difference again between a verb in English and a verb in Arabic. A verb in Arabic is like a complete sentence by itself because you have the doer and the action built into the word. Yeah. So this is like he. He did something. This is also he. He did something. Yeah. The he is already there. And then we have definite again, and so on and so forth. Yes, this is feminine, singular. Bariha is singular. Then we have sabara Yaqubu sabran. Okay. This is your fi'il. This is a pattern for fi'il. You see, the pattern for fi'il always there's a fatha at the end, and usually 3 letters that you can see. Yeah. This is one type of way of recognizing a fi'il. And then you have, in this case, a doer outside as well. We'll talk about why this is possible. It is possible in only certain forms of the verb. Yeah, when we do the verb, we will look into this deeper. And then we have sabran. Yeah, still the same thing. Here it's indefinite. Yeah, this is a mistake. This should be I. This should be I because there is tanween. Then here, same case. Yeah, the word Allah is now the fa'il. Not, yeah, it's also dhamma. Remember we said that the doer is marfu. So in this case, both doers are marfu. Al-insana, this is a broken plural. We saw this before. And in this case, it is mansub because of the fatha. So fi'il, fa'il, and here. Now, I would like Sister Shiraz, can you translate all 4? Sorry, Sister Sultana, are you there? Yeah, okay.
I'm here, sister. Yeah.
Can you translate all 4?
For
Yeah, all. Wasalla. Okay, let me give you some meanings. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Wasalla risalatan. The letter reached or the register reached?
Okay, this is fi'il fa'il. So how would you translate this?
Wassala yuwassilu. So
deliver. The meaning is deliver.
wassala meaning is sister? Wassala meaning?
Delivered.
Delivered. Okay. He delivered risalatun is a register or
okay, a message. Okay. Yeah.
Message.
So he delivered a message. Right. What about here? Ja al-bariha. Bariha means yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
Al-bariha.
He came yesterday. He came yesterday.
Yesterday. Yes. And here?
Sabara Yaqub Sabran. Okay, Yaqub had a beautiful patience.
Okay, very patient. Yeah, very patient.
Very patient.
Okay, not would be sabran jamilan somewhere. Yeah, but
what is it, sister? Sabara Yaquba Sabara, is it? Yeah,
It is,
this is something called how intense. Okay, how intense. Remember we saw this now. One of the slides had the word under how intense the action was.
So how do you translate?
So we would translate. Can we do this last one first? Then I will show you the translation.
Allahu insana. Allah created human insan.
Okay, man. Okay. So he delivered a message. He came yesterday. The English way of doing this, sabran is also a masdar again. This idea or the word, the subject, yeah, sabran. Masdar is, in English we call it jaran. Yeah, jaran. Sabran, Yaqub was very patient. Yeah, we're trying to say, this is for emphasis. Yeah? It is the masdar of the verb, sabara. Okay, like we saw just now, wasfa yasfu, yeah, wasafa yasifu, right? And then we saw wasfun. Wasfun was wasfan is the masdar. Same here, sabara yasbiru sabran. Yeah, this one we will learn the pattern later on. Yeah, so the ones who have just begun, don't panic about the patterns. We will come back to fi'ils later on when we start our SAF classes. Yeah. So Yaqub.
Sister, what is the meaning of Barihatan again?
Bariha is
Bariha.
yesterday. The day. Yesterday. Particular day.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. So that's why the alif lam. It's a
So
particular
he
day.
came. How do you translate? He came
He
yesterday.
came yesterday. Yeah. He came
But what
yesterday.
about al there? How is it pronounced?
We don't pronounce the al because it's a particular day. It was yesterday, as it's a particular day. Yeah, so we don't have the al there. Bariha means the day before. Yeah, so it is the day before. But we don't say the day before. We in English we say yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Oh, this will get this translation thing is going to be something else, okay? Because sometimes we want to do the literal translation, but it won't be good English. So we have to say it in a nice way, like this one, right? I can't say Yaqub was patiently, it doesn't sound right, because Yaqub was patiently, doesn't sound right. So what we're trying to say is he was very patient. Yeah, so we say it as he was very patient. Of course, there's an Arabic way of saying very as well, but that's not the case here. They use a more beautiful way of doing it. Yeah, they use the masdar to show that he was very patient. So it sounds nice. Yeah, sabara yaqubu sabran. Yeah, it sounds nicer than saying, maybe something like sabara yaqubu shadidan. No, it doesn't sound so good. So they just use the masdar sabran. Yaqub was very patient. So here, as Sister Sultana said, Allah created man. Okay, so now we come to the last case, which is probably the newest case. Yes, Sister Elaine, this one you need to pay attention. This is what we
Okay.
call possessive case. Okay, we said just now for the jar, yeah, we have something called the owner in a possessive case and the word after the half of jar. Yeah, that's what we said. So we are going now to look at examples of that. So this is the first one. Okay. So what do you think this means? Risalatu Muhammadin. Notice. Okay. We said just now we had a case of when it becomes light. When does it become light? When we put alif lam in front. And why is that? Because alif lam and tanwin cannot coexist. Okay. But now, hello, I've got light and there's no alif lam in front here. So why is it light? So this is the second case. When it is the thing that is being owned. This is the owner. The owner is in majrur case. Majrur. And we said that the owner in a possessive case, this is Muhammad, he's the owner, and he owns this message. The thing being owned will always be light with no alif lam. Light, no alif lam. Please write that down somewhere if you don't already know it, okay? Because I don't have it on the slides. So in a possessive case, the thing being owned is called mudaf. Mudaf. We will come to this later on. We'll do this in detail later on because it's a very important phrase in the Quran. It's everywhere. Yeah? Risalatu Muhammadin. So whenever you see double kasratain, look in front. If you see that it's light, this must be a possessive case. So we have this and this. Indefinite always, majrur always. Everything else can change. These three can change, yes. This last three can change for the mudaf, but it will always be indefinite and light. Sorry, these two can change, yeah, but it will always be indefinite and light. I will put a circle on this for you so that you remember that this is a must for a mudaf. The Muhammadin is, in this case, is feminine, but it's also jar, yeah, in. The sound is in, yeah. So this is what we call mudaf, mudaf ilay, or an idafa, the possessive case. And the translation would be, Sister Ralin. What would the translation be? Risalatu Muhammadin.
A message of Muhammad.
Yeah, or Muhammad's message. Yeah, that a message of Muhammad or Muhammad's message. Ala siratin. Now this is your half of jar. One of them. Yeah, we have quite a number of half of jars. I will put it in a table, the common ones. Yeah. So every time you see ala, the isim after that will have kasra. Yep. So that's your half. And you have the in. And because it's tanwin, it's indefinite. And nota mabuta, it's masculine. And sirat happens to be singular. Min futur, another one for surah al-Mulk. Yeah, min futurin. This is also half of jar. So half, but this is a broken plural. So this is plural. Now 3 is for plural, 2 is for dual, 1 is for singular. That's how we use it. Yeah, and it's in and indefinite. Ala kulli shay'in. So we have a combination here. We have ala kulli, which is half of jar and half a jar, and the isim majrur, the isim that has been made majrur because of the half of jar. At the same time, this isim majrur is light and it's followed by something that is jar. So this is an idafa as well. Possessor and the thing being possessed. Yeah, but the translation is not like what we would do with this. Yeah, because this is a special type of mudaf. We'll talk about special mudafs later on as well, inshallah. So half.
Listen, usually after Allah, usually have it is in, like it is always, it is indefinite.
Yes, it is. But in this case, what is indefinite is also now a
Both
mudaf.
mudafilay. Okay,
Yeah. So that's why it's light. Okay. So we have here, yeah, and that. I needed to repair something, so I will do that, inshallah. Okay. So fatara is to crack, sirat is path, rasin lam is to send out. Can we have Sister Asila? Could you do the first two translation?
Bismillah. Rasalatu. Oh, Risala.
We just
You did that, right?
yeah.
So yeah, my brain's not good. Muhammad's message.
Yeah, Muhammad's message. Yeah.
Okay.
The message of Muhammad, we can say that. Yeah, we say the because this is ma'rifah. Yeah,
Okay.
so we say the message, right? Because the owner is ma'rifah. When the owner is ma'rifah, then the whole thing becomes ma'rifah. Okay, the second one, ala sirat. This is a phrase.
On a road. On a path.
On a path. Yeah, on a road, but it's correct. Min futur. Now, Sister Shofia, would you like to try this? You know, min means from. Yeah. Futurin is actually a broken plural. So it's more than one crack. So how would we translate this?
From cracks.
Yes, from cracks. Okay. From cracks. Okay. Then ala kulli shay'in. Ala kulli shay'in. Sister Elaine, this is a big challenge for you. Can you meet the challenge?
Okay, Bismillah. Allah is on, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Kulli.
Kullun originally, yeah, before it was made majroor, and it means everything.
Oh,
Or all. Let's put it all. All like
yeah.
all. Yeah, all. See, you know better. And then there is shay'in. which means thing. Okay, which means
Oh,
thing.
shy. Yes, shy is things. So, okay, on all things,
Yeah, that's right.
on
Because
top of all things.
yeah,
Yeah.
we see this all the time. Ala kulli shay'in qadir, normally. Yeah, normally. So Allah is always over each thing. Yeah, the Qamri. This is how you translate it. Over each thing or
Sister,
over
how is this
all things.
mudaf translated in this kulli shayin?
We just say each thing. We don't have the word off. Sometimes the special mudafs, the translations sometimes do not have the word off in it. That's why it's called a
So
special mudaf. So here in this
it is
case, it's
each thing,
just each thing or all things.
okay,
Yeah, either
all
way.
things. Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Now we go to the interesting part, and it's already 10 o'clock. Can you bear with me for another 15 minutes? Is that all right? Okay, inshallah. So these are what we call pointing sentences. The English word is quite big. It's called demonstrative sentences. But what basically means is that you're using a word to point at something. Yep, so I call it pointing sentences. But the proper name is demonstrative. Yep. So haza, you've heard of this in the Quran. You see this hazihi, haulai, zalika, tilka, ulaika. Yeah, all of these are isms, but they are always in that form. You don't see hazu, hazi, haza. You just see haza. Hazihi, this is feminine, by the way. This is masculine. Haulai applies to both masculine and feminine. Okay. This is when you want to point at something that is near you. Yeah, something that is near you. And this is when you want to point something far away from you. Yeah, far away from you. So, I'm going to do the Irab for you. So, for sure, it's definite. This is also the case like the pronouns. We wanted to know what are always proper. So just now we saw the word alif lam, proper. Then we saw pronouns are proper. Now we come to this category of proper, the pointing words. Okay, ismul ishara. Yeah, the pointing words. Haza. So that's why it's definite there. And this is rafa. Yeah, it's one of those as well. It's rafa in this case. Sometimes it's not. Okay. Then this is siratun mustaqimun. Yeah. All indefinite because of the tanween. Yeah. And of course, you see the un. And it's singular, both is singular, and both are masculine. Yeah. So this is mausuf, sifa. Okay. Here pun, same thing, because it's the beginning, it's rafa. Risalah, this is just one word. We saw this before. Indefinite because of the tanwin. It's feminine because of the tamabuta, singular, and it has the un. Yeah. And haulai is plural. Same status. Qawmun. Yeah. Oh, not una. Sorry, this is un. I think there was a typo. So this is masculine. This is what we call what? What did we learn that day? What do we call this? What was the term for this?
Jama is for Jama.
Yes, that's right. Good. So it's jama. Yep. So I need to correct that one for you. So now the translation. Translation, just note this. For it to be a sentence, there must not be alif lam here. There must not be alif lam here. No alif lam. Why do I say that? Because remember, we learn about mausuf and sifah. If it matches in all four properties, then it becomes mausuf sifah. If it's mausuf sifah, how can it be a sentence? You must have a break. Okay, you must have a break. So this is actually, what does it mean? This is a straight path. There is an is. This is a message. But of course, this is the feminine form. Yeah. Haulai qawmun. these are a people. Yeah, we translate this as singular in English. Yeah, a people. These are a people, although it is actually grammatically treated as plural masculine. Okay. Here is about things that are far away. Yeah, same thing. Here also we have our idafa combination. Why is it an idafa combination, Elaine? Can you remember? What are the signs?
Why is it a combination?
Why is it a possessive phrase?
Oh, okay. It's possessive because there's it ends with a u at the yaum.
Because it's light, yes.
It's a light one, yes, and there's no al in front of it.
Good.
Yes, and
The word following it? What about the word
yes,
following?
the word following it is it's not a it's the one that ends with the e, which is
Yeah, majrur.
majrur.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So this is the one, this is the owner. Yeah. Taghabuni
Yes.
is the owner. Yeah. This was Sister Shima. Would you like to translate this one? Zalika.
Zalika, that Taghabun meaning, sister?
You've been, this is your favorite ayah, right? As a surah, right? Taghabun.
Yeah.
What do you think? At-taghabun. Yawmul at-taghabun. How do they normally translate this?
That is the day of
That
day
is
of
the day of
Taghabun.
that day. What is the meaning of taghabun? Oh,
I'm not sure.
okay. So that is the day of taghabun. Actually, is a day where you have a day of mutual loss and gain. Yeah. This is when ahli, the ones who do wrong, the kuffar, they go to hell. Yeah, that's loss. And the ones who do good, yeah, the muttaqin, yeah, the mu'minin, they go into heaven. Yeah, so that's why we call it the day of mutual loss and gain. Yeah, taghabun. So yes, that's the translation. This is also a sentence that is the day of mutual loss and gain. Now this is special. Tilka ayatullahi. Sister Ralin, how would you translate this? Sister Ralin, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Those are the signs of Allah. Those are Allah's signs.
Those are the signs of Allah. Yeah, okay. That's correct. Tilka, fa. Why do we say those are the signs of Allah? Do you think?
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah. Now this is a special case of what we called mod or ba'id. Yeah, ba'id is far, qarib is near. You know that. Where it shows actually respect, esteem. The distance, when you talk to someone who is your leader, the president, the headmaster, he might be physically near to you, but in terms of status, he's far above you. Yeah. So when we talk about the signs of Allah, we're talking about the signs of Allah. Yeah. These are great signs. These are, it's azama. It's really great. Yeah. So we say tilka. Yeah. But actually, the translation would, these are the signs of Allah. It's near. It's actually near. So in English, you would translate it still as these are the signs. And you'll find that in your translation. But if you look at tilka, it's actually meant for far. Those. Yeah, so this is one of those cases where you don't literally translate. You have to understand why they used the ba'id in this case. Why they use the pointing word that means far. Yeah, because this is more out of respect. Yeah, more out of respect. Okay.
Yeah, we
So
don't
here,
use haulai, right? These.
sorry,
We
how?
don't use haulai. Like these are the signs. We don't use instead of that
Yeah.
we use
Yeah, we don't use it near. Yeah, we don't use it near because we want to show that respect. And this is ayatu. Um, although this is singular feminine. Yeah, we treat ayatullah because it is non-human. It's ghair akil, remember? When it is non-human and it is a broken plural, no, it's not, this is a broken plural, right? We treat it as singular feminine. Tilka, we don't use the, has Sister Shima said, we don't use ulaika or haulai, which is meant for plural. Yeah, we use singular because it is non-human plural. Okay, is that
Can you
what you?
repeat?
Okay,
Sorry. So the tilka means what? This.
tilka
For
means
this
far,
situation.
that,
No,
yeah,
for this
that.
situation, you
Or for
translate
this
as.
station, we will say these, yeah,
Okay.
because we will say these because in English we know it's a lot of ayat, right? It's a lot of signs, yeah. But in terms of Arabic grammar, I will repeat again, in terms of Arabic grammar, when we are talking about something that does not have a mind or cannot think, signs in this case, yeah, and it is plural, we treat it as singular feminine. Yeah, singular feminine, singular feminine. But as you can see, we're talking about plural. Ayatu, ayatu. Hmm? So this one sometimes takes time. I sometimes break and think, why is this singular when you're talking about something that is plural? Because it is like that because this is something that doesn't think, doesn't have a mind. Yeah, we call it non-human broken plural. Or non-human plural in this case, not necessarily broken. Okay, is that all right? I know, because it's already 10:15. Mine already probably shut down.
Yes.
So I think we will stop here. We will stop here, inshallah, because the next slide will talk to you about something called pointing phrases. And this is something that really needs a lot of concentration. Yeah, it's not easy to understand. So we'll stop here first. And please go over the notes that you have taken down. Yeah, and I'll go over it again the next class. So I'm thinking of another 2 classes on just Irab alone. Yeah, and just Irab alone, inshallah. All right. Okay then. Any questions? We don't have homework until we finish this. Yeah, because or do you want homework to help you understand? I don't know. If you want homework to help you understand, I'll set you. Stasila, Sister Shima?
No thanks.
No thanks. Okay, I like that one. Okay then. So we'll wait, yeah? Okay. But you are doing the homework, right? I hope you are as the group.
We
You're doing
did.
it together.
All of us
Okay,
did.
okay.
Yeah, it was so hard. It was so hard for me.
Oh, but I'm sure you do it.
It
You
was
do it.
it was okay. Like when they tell me what the answer is, then I can figure it out. But
Uh,
like
uh,
for me to figure it out on my own, it was like a little bit tough.
yeah, I can understand that. Alhamdulillah. That's why we created rooms. Yeah. And yeah, you can always ask me personally as well. Yeah. The questions. Okay. So inshallah, hopefully by the 3rd time we will understand what wasfun is and things like this as well. Yeah. Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdik nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Barakallahu fikunna.